County Enterprise Tomcat Insider. I'm joined tonight by Coach Adam Stone and Coach Brad Coach from Stone Middle School. We're going to talk a little bit about the beginning of their season. They traveled to East Central yesterday and came away with a couple victories. Coach, you want to talk about how things went for the 7th graders?
Well, the 7th grade team, we started out a little bit slow and then we got going. We got a set of twins in the backfield that can do some stuff, and we got them the ball a little bit, and we did a little bit of scoring. And then we had a little quarterback that he did some things pretty well too. McBride, he did some good things running the football last night. You know, out of kind of like a sweep with him. He scored twice, didn't he? He scored twice, and he did some good stuff too.
What's young Mr. McBride's first name?
Justin
McBride. Who are the twins that are running the ball for out of the backfield?
DeJuan Armstrong and Keyshawn Armstrong.
All right, so we got something to look forward to as they move up through the ranks.
Pretty athletic bunch coming up. So
that handled it, as I believe, 32-20. So you had some offensive production. How about your defense? Who stood out for you guys in the 7th grade defense?
Defensive bunch, they all play well. Just get them running through the ball. I saw Kelton Hickman, defensive end linebacker, come up making a few good tackles. Marcus Knott come up making a few good tackles. Again, that bunch is just, trying to get them fired up and get them running through the ball. And for the first game, they were excited, and I think they did a good job doing that, getting after it pretty good.
Then your 8th grade game, you 20-12, I believe. You win 20-12 over East Central. Who stood out on the offense for you guys in the 8th grade?
We started off slow. We couldn't get much going. They just up front, we had a little bit of trouble getting it going. Later on, we just kept punching away, and we come back with our toss. We got a pretty good running back, Demerick Fairley, and he came through for us right there. Actually, let me backtrack just a little bit. We tied the game up with a defensive touchdown. Our defense played well all night. Our defense kept us in the game. Tied us with a defensive touchdown, 6-6, and then our offense kind of catches up, and we ended up scoring a couple in overtime with, like I said, our running back, Demerick Fairley, pretty tough. Just get him around the edge, and he gets through the corner, sets up on his blocks. He just waits for his blocks, and he goes left or right. He did a good job. So, like I said, better late than never. So he came along for us right there at the end. Brandon Calloway
had a couple big plays. He had a punt return, probably a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown that got called back.
But the explosiveness is there. Right. If we can get him the ball in space.
Teach the other kids not to hold on
the return. If he gets fast, you stop.
Right. We didn't have a offensive touchdown during regulation, either team. Their touchdown was the interception that they ran back for a touchdown. So it was 6-6 with no offensive.
How did you guys get your defensive touchdown?
Luke Kaiser, from his defensive end spot, forced a fumble. Quarterback rolled out, and he gets him pretty good. Luke's a big old joker, and he slammed him down.
Chris Blanchard
ends up scoring and scoring.
Fantastic.
And the whole crew had a lot of white jerseys near the ball. And they scored him in the end zone. So
they're getting that instinct to know who's on that ball.
They do. We don't do a lot of blitzing and stuff. We did a little bit last night, but just run basically active. Let's get you be near the ball. How close to you are the ball every play on defense? Get a defensive player. Needs to be near the ball every play.
I understand that game went 4 overtimes.
4 overtimes.
That would tire you out.
Yes, sir. But I think we've been getting after it. I think we're in good shape. All the big boys held out.
I think that's what won the football game for us, is because we were in shape. They were wearing down, and we didn't wear down. I mean, we were tired, but we were not wore down like they were.
All our guys, the starters, finished through the 4 overtimes. So
now, do you have 2 weeks off before you take the field again?
No, we play this upcoming Thursday. We will go down to Harrison Central and play North Woolmarket. We'll play North Woolmarket. At Harrison Central Stadium.
Well, all right. We'll look forward to having you back next week. We'll talk about that second game, see any improvements that you've made. Coaches, thanks for taking time to talk to me.
Hudson Farm Supply at 336 Hall Street in Wiggins is your home for all things farm related. With feed, seed, fertilizer, farm clothing, horse tack, and pet supplies, including wormers and vaccinations, Hudson Farm Supply can meet your needs with a friendly, knowledgeable staff dedicated to the highest levels of customer service. If you have a farm supply related question and the staff at Hudson Farm Supply do not have the answer, they won't rest until they get it. Proud supporters of Tomcat Athletics, Matt Hudson and Joel Miles invite you to stop by Hudson Farm Supply, sit a spell, and rehash this week's game.
One land billet, one scratch, and 2 corn.
Thank you very much.
Come shop with us at Hudson Farm Supply.
Jody O'Hara here with the Stone County Enterprise Tomcat Insider, joined by Coach Brian Oakes and Coach Todd Miller from Stone High School. Coach, another tough week, 31-28, but when we were talking on Monday, you said you were a lot happier this week than you were last week.
Absolutely. I think the kids played harder. I mean, I think it would have been easy to lay down when it was 31-13 there with about 10 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the game. The kids fought, hard all the way to the end and clawed back. And, I guess we can say we just ran out of time. I would feel like if we had the ball, if we had just had it one more time.
Yeah. You were talking about, you went from 19 penalties, I believe you only drew 5 penalties this Friday.
Yes.
Went from 5 turnovers to just 2 turnovers this week. A lot of improvement from the kids.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's what we want to do. I mean, we want to get to where we have no penalties. We're striving for perfection, and we're still a work in progress, and hopefully we'll get there pretty quick.
I know at the beginning of that game, Coach Miller and I were up in the broadcast booth, and when Darius Jones took that kickoff and then lit it up, that was something to watch, huh, Coach?
I tell you what, I think what it was, George County. After talking with one of their coaches after the game, it's just typical high school sports. That's why we love to coach it, kids being kids. The play was a kick, pooch kick right. Well, the kicker kicked it left. And so Darius did what anybody would do, took it to the house. It was beautiful, and it got the game going in the right direction for us.
They didn't waste any time coming back on you. 3 plays later, well, 4 if you count your kickoff,
right.
But 3 plays from scrimmage later, they're in the end zone themselves.
Right. Well, I mean, basically what happened there is we came out, they came out in a new formation that we had not seen and had not practiced against, and we just had a few misalignments there that first drive and got those corrected and did much better as the game went on.
That young man, Adrian Bradley, he made you pay a little bit. 206 yards he got on you guys. Almost like, how do you stop a kid that can run like that?
Well, I mean, we knew going in the game, they were going to be a physical football team, and they had a stable full of backs. I mean, we knew Adrian was going to run the ball a little bit more last week than he had done the previous week, and number 22, I can't remember his name, but I mean, he did a heck of a job. And then, the fullback, heck, he did a fantastic job, and I'm proud of the way our kids fought and battled. Even though, things didn't go our way the first half, I mean, they never gave up. And then we're down 31-13, we give up one offensive touchdown in the second half, even though they had the yards in the first half.
Coach, tell the people out there, and I'm a little curious myself, the third quarter, y'all did a much better job of stopping the run. And, of course, it was the adjustments you make at halftime. Mm-hmm. Who's in charge of making those adjustments? How are they made?
Well, I mean, usually what we do when we go in initially, we talk to our guys up top. We have, Coach Jones and Coach Lawler basically are our eyes in the sky, and then we have eyes on the field. And when we go in at halftime, usually what we do is I'll talk to Coach Arch, who relays our defensive signals in, and then Coach Weir, and so it's kind of a collaborative effort there, what they're seeing and what we're seeing, and just put it together and go make our adjustments from there.
That, talking about their offense and you making your adjustments and whatnot, even with all the points they ended up putting up, your offense wasn't getting stopped either. You guys only had to line up the punt 2 times on the night. Now, one of those, Clint Hatton turned on the jets and went around the left end and got you a first down. Your offense is clicking.
Right. I mean, we're doing some good things right now. Like I said, I mean, last week we weren't able to run the football effectively. Then we come out this week and D goes for over 100 yards. So, I mean, that's, what we're doing. That's the way this offense is built or established is we're going to try to do what's working. When they think we're going to run, you know, it's a good chance that we may pass, and you know, we use one or the other to set up the other. You know, if we got, you know, we're running the football to set up the pass, and then we may pass to set up the run and that kind of deal. So we're going to take what they give us.
Let's take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be right back to talk about this week's upcoming game against